Let's get into this week's Golf Plus Digital bonus topic. The Fox Sports Golf broadcast team made their debut at the Sharks Shootout this past weekend. And Cameron, it got me thinking, exactly what do we look for in a golf broadcast? Because of course, Fox will be taking the reins for all of the USGA championships for the next 12 years. So what are you hoping to see from them?
I would love to see some cool new camera positions, some new ways to look at how a golf ball goes from the tee to the hole. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways you can look at it. A couple of years ago, of course, they started with putting a camera on a wire at the Island 17th hole there at TPC Sawgrass, moving that thing sort of along as at the height of the ball as it flies to the green. I think there's lots of things like that Fox can do that would be innovative and fun and present the game in a way that really hasn't been seen before. I'd also like to see them use statistics a little bit more in a more informative, interesting way to kind of let us know, well, why is Rory winning, or why is Tiger winning? Why are the guys winning who are winning, and why are the guys sort of struggling who are struggling? And I think we're starting to get access to those statistics with all the strokes gain data that's out there right now. And I'd like to see Fox really tap into that.
Well, we know that Fox prides itself on innovation. We know from talking to a few of the people involved that it's going to be graphic heavy. What are your thoughts, Alan? Is that exciting to you, or is it more in the booth conversations that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the most interesting thing to follow, at least as far as Fox is concerned. You've got a guy in Joe Buck who's obviously known for baseball and football. This is his first foray into golf. How's he going to hold up? It sounded a little rough yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch the telecast, but his first time out didn't sound all that smooth. Greg Norman sitting next to him, obviously a legend in his own right, but untested in the booth. So it's going to be interesting to see how those two handle the job. I'm with Cam. I want to see more drone footage. We've seen a lot of that in sort of beauty shots on golf courses. We haven't seen it yet at a tour event on a telecast, so I'm excited to see that. I've been lobbying for years for the ball cam. I don't think they figured out how to keep the camera up with like 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs. But if we can get that nailed, I think that would add a lot to the telecast.
Like a GoPro, couldn't you just strap a GoPro to it and send it on its way? My suggestion has nothing to do actually with who's in the booth. I would like to see golf get back to the idea of miking the players and caddies. A few years ago, they were supposed to do that and just sort of faded away and no one said anything. I'm assuming it's because the players hated it, but I don't know that to be true. I think that could make compelling TV. I mean, we see when we go to events, we have the ability to get inside the ropes and sometimes get closer to the action than most fans, and we hear things. You know, you hear the banter between the caddy and the player and the strategy going on, or you hear the players' frustrations at times, and I don't know, I think that would be an inside look that people haven't gotten to see yet. That could be really interesting TV. At times it would be terrible TV, so you'd want to have somebody, you know, maybe cutting the clips and that sort of thing, but I think that would add a lot to a broadcast that we're not getting right now.
Wouldn't you love to see Roger Maltby interviewing Tiger Woods after a double bogey and like climatic moments of the major, just trying to get a mic in his face? I would pay to see that, definitely.
Well, I think it's also important to remember why we're watching. We're watching the players. We want to see the course, right? So I think it's important kind of for the cast of characters to make sure that they are secondary. I think when a crew has a tournament for years and years, they kind of become a part of the drama themselves, and they have their banter kind of back and forth, which is both good and bad. But I think what's most important, focus on the players. Less is more. Less is always more, I think, especially in golf broadcasts. And actually, when I spoke with Joe Buck a few months ago, he said that's his MO. He likes that whole way of broadcasting, that silence and the roar of a crowd will always trump whatever he has to say. And I mean, I totally agree with him.
They've got a beautiful canvas for their first big tournament, the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. I mean, that place couldn't be more gorgeous. So I think they've got a little bit of an advantage right off the bat. So it'll be fun to watch what they do with golf.
Your point about less is more is obviously well taken, and we're talking about whether they should be copying NBC or CBS. Maybe they should be copying, you know, the BBC, who does it so well in Britain. And we always heralded them during the British Open. Wow, the coverage is so much better than ours. Maybe they should be following BBC's model.
It's quieter than ours, right?
Exactly.
That's what we like.